All right, I think we're good. We welcome to the first episode of Mnet. I'm gonna go down here, just introduce your guys yourself. So, the guitar, why don't the guitar player introduce himself?
Oh, I'm the Minotaur, apparently.
All right.
I'm down too.
All right. Keith.
Me? Gorfo, aka Keith,
Zach.
the old guy.
I am Zach from Zach D Productions.
Welcome to the first episode of Mnet. Where hey, the video star maybe really has killed the radio star as we launch our first episode of Mnet. We were originally going to do Led Zeppelin for you guys, but in light of recent events, we decided to give a true shout out in the dark to the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. So we're going to be ranking some Black Sabbath songs and discussing our favorite Black Sabbath songs and stuff like that. Rest in peace, Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Ozzy.
Say hi to Randy for me. And so I think how this works is we'll just I'll start out with my number 10, Minotaur go, and so on, and then we'll just kind of count down from there. We don't know each other's list, and we'll even say our honorable mentions here first. So, and by the way, remember, if you don't like our list, go make your own damn list. Because we all know, we all know how the people are going to be. You didn't include this song. Make your own list.
Right.
So
Plus,
I have a few honorable mentions.
The list could vary from day to day anyway because they got so many good songs.
Exactly. And I have a few honorable mentions, and I'm going to get crap for some of my honorable mentions. But some of these, it's like, well, if I never heard them again, I'm good. So number 4, Paranoid. I love Paranoid, but if I never heard it again, I think I'm good because Black Sabbath has better songs, really.
Mm-hmm.
Into the Void, love the song, but it pains me to put in an honorable mention, but it's a great song, but
it is a great song.
Mm-hmm. And then I have Lord of This World as also an honorable mention. Great song, but a lot of these songs, it just pains me to put it on the list, but this is a top 10, not a top 20, so. And then number 1 is War Pigs. I love the song War Pigs, but again, it's kind of a case of you hear it all the time, so.
Yeah.
But Minotaur, what are your honorable mentions?
My honorable mentions are Loner from 13. I just didn't quite make the list, but it's a good one. Fairies Wear Boots, the classic. Sabracadabra from Sabbath Buddy Sabbath. Sabbath Buddy Sabbath, the title track. Dirty Women from Technical Ecstasy. Hole in the Sky. NIB, and Into the Void. So I have a lot of honorable mentions that I just couldn't make the list for some reason.
Keith, what are your honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got quite a few of them here. I probably got there's a few starting with Behind the Wall of Sleep.
Oh,
also Snowblind. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Megalomania. And these last two of this section are all Sabotage. It's Megalomania and The Rip. I also have, these will be interesting for everybody, Planet Caravan and Iron Man from Paranoid, War Pigs from Paranoid. Let me see. that should be about it. Well, no, wait a minute. And the last one would be Furries Wear Boots. I really wanted to put that in the top 10. I really did because it's entertaining as hell. It's just a badass too.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the great thing about a list. It's like you got to limit it down, and then.
That's what I played at the intro. Was playing Fairies Wear Boots.
Well, hopefully, a certain Osbourne won't sue us.
I tell you, no lie. Yeah.
All right, Zach, honorable mentions.
All right, so I got them listed right here. So I got Supernaut, The Wizard, Sweet Leaf, Hole in the Sky, Fairies Wear Boots, Paranoid, Iron Man, and Loner.
Nice. We both got honorable mentions.
I think did all of us put Paranoid as honorable mention?
Oh,
you guys
might have.
I didn't put it.
You guys have covered my top 10 in just your honorable mentions. Look at you guys.
Put a lot of those songs as your honorable mentions. There's too many.
Anyway, my number 10.
They've got so many good ones, man.
Oh yeah, my number 10, "Children of the Grave." I love that song. Very good song, and
it is a good song.
I don't think "Never Say Die" is as bad as people say it is. So.
Oh, you mean the whole album?
Yeah, no. A lot of people say it's one of their worst albums with Ozzy, but I'm like, it's not as good as the other ones, but it's not technical ecstasy.
They were going in a whole other direction, and that was the whole reason why Ozzy left for a minute anyway, and then came back before he got fired because he didn't like the direction they were going in. They were going in, and neither did Butler. You know what I mean? So they were lightening up. They were heading the direction that they were in once Dio started joining.
I got "Children of the Grave." Minotaur, what's your number 10?
It was really hard to pick a number 10, but I guess "After Forever" from Master of Reality, which is like it's kind of a more of an upbeat song for Black Sabbath. But yeah, I really like it. It's got the main riff has got a good groove to it. It's interesting changes in it. So I put on number 10.
Yeah. Keith?
All right. My number 10 comes off Paranoid from 1970. It's Electric Funeral. That's a badass song. It's one of the first ones I ever remember hearing. It's got a completely different thing going with it. That whole album, each song on that, each song on Paranoid has got like its own identity. And that one's definitely no different. It probably has the most personality of all of them besides Fairies.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah, it is a good song. All right, Zach, your number 10?
My number 10. Okay. Well, like you, Ty, my number 10, "Children of the Grave" from Master of Reality.
Great minds think alike.
Yep. No, this song, I just think it has some very solid riff work and just the way that the song flows. It's very, just so memorable. That whole album is just fantastic. So this is definitely one of the highlights from that album too. So yeah, "Children of the Grave" has to be number 10.
All right. All very good choices for all of us because Black Sabbath, they have some good hit songs and some good underrated gems. So,
yeah.
My number 9 is "Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath." Good song. I enjoy that riff and everything, and I love Ozzy's vocals in it. So.
Well, that riff was recorded in a dungeon, apparently.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Minotaur, your number 9.
My number 9 is gonna be really controversial. Is "Damaged Soul" from 13.
Oh, okay.
Because I had to pick at least one song from 13, and this one is like, it's really bluesy, really heavy. It's a long song that has not much changes to it. There's a lot of jamming, but it just 13 is one of those albums that it represents a time in my life. So I have a soft spot for it, and "Damaged Soul" is probably the best song from the album.
Yeah. 13 is kind of one of those albums like in that 2000s period when, I think that it's not as bad as people say it is but I kind of have to put it that as like it's an Ozzy solo album featuring Black Sabbath, if that makes any sense, you know?
And the harmonica is pretty cool in the song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Keith?
My number 9 is was kind of like what you said right there. It was basically a preview of what we was going to get later on with Ozzy, with "Goodbye to Romance," "So Tired," things like that. Very haunting song, and probably the probably the first and about the only Sabbath ballad with Ozzy. That's changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, it's a
It
good
is good.
song.
No, good one.
Haunting, man.
I don't know. I don't think
It
Black
comes from
Sabbath.
somewhere else. It's all Ozzy, man. I'm telling you, it's all Ozzy.
Yeah, I don't think Black Sabbath, honestly, with Ozzy, ever put out a bad song. So that's the thing.
Well, especially the first 5 albums, there's no bad
Yeah.
song.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree.
So Zach,
Number 9.
yes.
All right, number 9. I actually got to go with "Never Say Die" from Never Say Die. I would probably say it's the best song from that album. I mean, there's a few other tracks on that album that I'd say are highlights, but the title track is easily the best, I would say. It's just a really fun song to listen to, and it's a great way to start off that album. But unfortunately, while the album does have some other highlights to it, some other pretty good tracks, the second half of that album, I think, is where it kind of falls a bit. Kind of goes downhill a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
that first half
weak side too, sure.
yeah, but that first half of "Never Say Die" is just it's solid.
It's a catchy song.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I agree. Like Never Say Die, it starts out really good and then kind of leads into, unfortunately, technical ecstasy, basically, in some ways. But anyway, my number 8 is "Hand of Doom." I love that song.
Nice.
Big, I think that song, along with my number 1, really captures what Black Sabbath wanted to do. They wanted to basically, if people go, let's be scary by music, and I think that "Hand of Doom" really captures that, along with my number 1. So hint, hint, what my number 1 is, but and I love it. So, Minotaur.
Yeah, you're gonna hear about that song soon enough. So, is this number 8?
Yes.
I'm gonna put "Killing Yourself to Live" from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I mean, there's not much to say about the song except I just think it's one of the. I mean, that whole album is great, so it's hard to pick songs from it. But I picked "Killing Yourself to Live." Got Ozzy's vocals are great in that song.
Oh yeah.
Right. Keith.
Oh, I see here. My number 8 is the opening song from in my opinion is Sabbath's most underrated album, which is "Sabotage." That's "Hole in the Sky." That's a hell of a song to kick off an album with. You couldn't find a better one to kick it off at that particular point in their career. And the thing about "Sabotage" to me is, I think the whole album encapsulates everything that was good about Sabbath throughout the years with Ozzy.
Right.
Yeah.
I love "Hole in the Sky." It's a great song.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Zach.
All right, number 8.
Yeah.
Got to go with another opening song, "Sabbath Bloody Sabbath" from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Again, it has a great riff, and I even like the music video too. Just a really great song that's very memorable, and yeah, it's one of those songs that just demands your attention, and just love the way it flows and everything. Just another very solid Sabbath song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's got a great vocal performance by Ozzy, probably one of his best. He's going so high.
Yeah, well, Ozzy always had. We're talking to him in past tense now, but always had like a very underrated vocal style. A lot of people said, "Oh, Ozzy can't sing." I mean, if you say Ozzy can't sing, look at Changes. I mean, that's a
Ozzy almost doesn't sing sometimes, especially at the beginning, toward the beginning of his solo career. Ozzy just kind of opened up his mouth when it came out. He's one of those singers. You don't hear him hitting a lot of vibrato and stuff like that. He just kind of has that voice. You know what I mean?
yeah.
He's natural.
You can almost say
he
he
has a
does
unique voice.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
For number 7, I have uh, Electric Funeral. I was gonna make a pun here, but I it would be disrespectful right now. So,
Hell yeah.
but
Electric Funeral.
but no, hopefully Ozzy has an electrifying funeral.
Hmm.
So, all right. So, Minotaur?
Is this number 7?
7.
Yep.
It's another one from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, The National Acrobat. I just like this.
Okay.
Like it's a very deep and emotional song, kind of a somber song. I think it's about reincarnation, and I don't know. I really like that one from the album. It's definitely one of their most emotional and deep philosophical songs for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my number 7 is first. Let me explain Sabbath a little bit. I think one of their biggest strengths was the riffs that Tony Iommi came up with, and in the first, especially the first couple of albums, first I'd say 3 albums, they were really prominent. The riffs made the songs a lot. So my pick for number 7 would be NIB, the first pick from their debut.
Mm. It's a good one.
Very fucking strong riffs on, especially the first 2, Black Sabbath and Paranoid.
Mm-hmm. And reportedly was recorded in a day. The album.
I can't listen to that song without that bass intro that Geezer does. That insane bass
Right.
intro.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
So I guess it's my turn.
Yep.
Number 7. It's another song from Master of Reality. I have like 4 songs on this list that are from Master of Reality. I mean, it's my favorite Sabbath album. But it's the closing track, Into the Void. Really dig this song. It's always been one of the highlights for me off that album, and probably one of the best closing tracks from Black Sabbath as well.
Yeah, it's a super heavy song. Like a lot of songs from Master of Reality.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 6 is Planet Caravan.
Good.
I love, you know, I mean, I like doomy Sabbath, but hey, sometimes the softer Sabbath is good too. So
Got the emotional ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever hear Pantera's remake of that?
What was that?
Did you ever hear Pantera's remake of Planet Caravan?
I probably have. So I
Wait,
did.
whose version?
It's off Far Beyond Driven.
Oh, Pantera's. Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Not
see, Minotaur?
Number 6,
Yes.
Lord of this World from Master of Reality. And yeah, it's a great heavy song, great main riff, lots of great solos from Tony. So it's a really good song.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
My number 6 is another pick from their debut, and it's you go straight from the song Black Sabbath directly into some fucking some harmonica, and it threw you off, but then it ended up kicking right into some some typical great powerful Sabbath. Yeah, the Wizard.
Good song.
Which we might be seeing that one again. And the one thing is, the cool thing about Black Sabbath, that song's about Gandalf.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you know, Led Zeppelin also made songs about Lord of the Rings, but Black Sabbath did it first. So, all right, Zach.
Okay. Number 6. It's actually the only song on this top 10 that's from the Paranoid album, War
Yeah.
Pigs. I think of the big songs from Paranoid, this one's probably my favorite. I just love everything about it, just how memorable it is, and just it's one of those songs that like you just remember like you know how it starts and you just know what you're in for. It's just a very very solid song and it's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
So War Pigs has
Oh,
got
yeah.
to be my number 6.
The
All right.
last part of that song is my favorite part of it. War Pigs. Really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have the guitar player play something towards the end of our War Pigs, right?
Maybe.
See what he feels like. My number 5 is Wicked World. I like the song. It's very true to a lot of ways, especially with everything that happens in the world and everything. And it's what I always like about Sabbath is they always kind of, yeah, they had some their upbeat songs, but sometimes they just spoke the truth, you know.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, Minotaur.
Is it number 5?
Yes.
Children of the Grave, Master of Reality. I mean, needless to say, like super heavy in the main riff, and then that bridge riff is just heavy beyond reason. So yeah, it's a classic song.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
Keith.
All right. My number 5 is a song that my band used to do. We actually did that song for probably 5 or 6 years, and it was at the time my favorite Sabbath song, and that is Paranoid. I probably sing that fucker 1,000 times.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, it's classic.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 5 is actually one of the ballads, Changes, from Volume 4.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
great song, and like we all agreed earlier, it's a song where if somebody says that Ozzy is not a good singer, this song proves them wrong. I mean, such
Definitely.
good vocals from
Mm-hmm.
Ozzy, and just has
It's
a lot of
also
good things going for it, and pretty emotional. It's a good song.
basically a preview of Ozzy's solo career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, no, I agree. Changes is one of those songs that it's kind of interesting rap now because people think it's about going changes as far as when you're a teenager, but like I don't see it as that song at all. Like I think it's just about going through changes in life. Really, we all have those moments in life where like changes happen. For whatever reason, and I love it. I wish I would have. That's the thing. Sabbath has so many great songs. I wish I even could have made an honorable mention, but So, but anyway, for my number 4, this is one of the popular songs. But I love. It's one of those popular songs that I don't ever get tired of hearing it. And I think I got to go with. I think as soon as I start humming the riff, we're gonna sit there, imagine it.
Oh yeah.
Iron Man. Hearing that song in the Iron Man movies, even though if you kind of listen to the lyrics, not really about Iron Man, but
Yeah.
I love that song. I mean, that is one of those classic hard rock and heavy metal songs that just never gets old. I love listening to it. If it's on the radio, if it's on the radio, it's one of those songs you got to turn it up. You just got to.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And you jam out to Iron Man. So.
And I'd love to see a movie based on the lyrics of that song.
Yeah.
That would be
It's also one of
interesting.
those songs. It's also one of those songs that's like an introduction for a guitar player, kind of like Deep Purple, "Smoke on the Water."
Yeah.
Although Minotaur, "Smoke on the Water" is a lot simpler of a riff, though.
Oh yeah, "Smoke on the Water" is like one of the first rock songs that any guitar player usually learns. Well, at least it did back in my day.
Well, when Minotaur is so good at the guitar when he was born with the guitar and he learned Eruption.
Let's go with that.
So all right, Minotaur.
This is number 4.
Yes.
My number 4 is also Iron Man, just because like I can't leave it out of the list. I mean, as soon as you hear that kick drum, dude, you already know it's Iron Man, and it's like one of the most iconic riffs of all time. I even love that little outro part with the solo, so it's like a perfect song, really. So I had to put Iron Man on there.
Keith.
All right. Basically most of my list so far in top 10 has been either Paranoid or Black Sabbath. But this one's going to come off of Massive Reality from 1971. It's one you guys have already said, Children of the Grave. It's one that I come across a little later. I didn't come across it until probably the mid to later 80s. But once I did, because I only heard up at that point, I only heard a couple of Sabbath albums because I was younger and I was more into his solo career. But like it hit about 86, 87, I started listening to a lot more Black Sabbath. And that's when I got Master Reality, Sabotage, and shit like that. But yeah, Turn of the Grave.
Zach.
Okay, number 4. It's got to be the opening track to their debut, which is simply just called Black Sabbath.
Oh, hell yeah.
I love this song. This was pretty much the song that Black Sabbath basically came out and said, "Let there be metal." Like just that intro with like the storms and everything. Like it just like just listening to that and knowing like this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the Black Sabbath discography, but also heavy metal. And I dig how doomy that this song is. It's very haunting. It's just a phenomenal song. Definitely one of my favorite Sabbath songs, easily.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much because hint here.
Right.
Coming up, but it's a song that again really captures what Black Sabbath wanted to do. They wanted to create horror movie soundtracks basically, but without making a movie, and that is one of the most haunting songs ever. And plus, like, I want to see a movie based on that. Like, standing next to a guy who's blacker than black. Like, what is this? Because I believe from what I heard, wasn't it? I think somebody in the comments is going to correct me or something, but I think what it was I think it was Ozzy or Geezer wrote the song after they had a nightmare. Is what I heard. So
what song are you talking about?
Black Sabbath.
No, Black Sabbath actually was named after Mario Bava's late 60s horror anthology called Black Sabbath, and it was Tony Iommi that came up with that.
Yeah, but it's at least that's what I heard Geezer say sometime in a documentary. But who knows? But it's kind of a case where if myth becomes fact, you print the legend, right? So
that might have been what led Tony Iommi to go ahead and name the band and the song that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But all right, I have number 3, Sleepy Villa.
Sleeping Village.
Not a song that people would pick, but I enjoy the song. And everything. So I think
That's a good one.
I think the debut album, honestly, is like their first 2 albums. Honestly, are some of my favorite Black Sabbath albums. So like a lot of this, as we could see, is like stuff from the first 2 and everything, and there's some from later stuff. But I love that song. No Black Sabbath fan probably ever picked that one, but I and quite enjoy it. So
Yeah, that's underrated one. There's a lot of underrated ones from the debut.
Minotaur.
Number 3,
Yes.
Electric Funeral. It's an insanely badass riff with the wah pedal, and then when it goes in that middle section, the it's just super badass song. So number 3,
Oh, yeah.
Electric Funeral.
So
Really?
very good. Keith.
All right, my number 3 is the song Black Sabbath. My favorite song, my favorite part of it is after it goes in, it kind of leads in for a while, and then it kicks in and just I fucking love that shit. People running cause they're scared. It's just, oh man. Here's 1970, and they're talking about Satan's coming around the van, and people are running because they're scared, and you better run and beware. Other people are going, what the fuck? The shitload of hippies going, what the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Yeah, classic.
It is. All right. Zach?
Okay. So number 3 for me, I actually got to go with Tomorrow's Dream from Volume 4.
Okay.
Definitely one of the highlights for me off that album, and Volume 4 just in general probably being my second favorite Sabbath album, only just
it's
slightly behind Master of Reality.
Yeah. That's about the time where they were little. It was almost like they were experimenting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were experimenting. They were becoming more accessible, and this song shows that. And I think it's done very well. So, Tomorrow's Dream, it's a great song.
A little more progressive. Their song titles had gotten more progressive and different too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a very grungy album, Volume 4. Sounds very grungy compared to Master Reality.
And grunge in a good way.
Yeah.
So my number 2 is The Wizard. As a massive Lord of the Rings fan, if it is truly about Gandalf, which that's what I heard, any song about Lord of the Rings is probably going to be my favorite because I love Lord of the Rings. So it's my favorite movie of all time. And yes, all 3 of them. So
they're good films, man.
And I loved I loved even the harmonic stuff in it because
yes,
and it's a kind of an interesting thing after you listen to the Black Sabbath, and then you go into the Wizard. It's like a complete turnaround, really.
Well, Black Sabbath is known for their power, you know what I mean? But not many people talk about their musical ability and how melodic they were able to be if they wanted to be.
Yeah. Minotaur?
Number 2?
Yes.
The Hand of Doom from Paranoid. I just love how it has that groovy drum beat, and it starts off kind of quieter, and then it goes dun dun dun, that heavy part. It's just a phenomenal song. Such a badass song. I had to put it number 2.
Right.
All right. My number 2 is another one from Paranoid, and it couldn't be anything other than Sweet Leaf, man. Sweet Leaf. I had to. Plus, my fiance, she's a pothead, and I throw one in there for her. It's fast.
Good one.
All right. Zach?
Yeah, number 2 for me. It's another one from Master of Reality, and it's also another one of their ballads, Solitude.
Wow.
It's another song where, again, it proves that Ozzy is not a bad singer, and he actually sounds a bit different in this song, vocally, I think. And it's a pretty calm sounding song, and yeah, I like how different it is for the band. So Solitude's got to be number 2.
Well,
that's one of the times where he showed his range by going lower rather than going higher.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say with the number 2s, none of us took a number 2.
Yeah.
So anyway, my number one is Black Sabbath. I don't think you can go wrong with that song because I love the rain, that opening riff. I mean, it's one of those songs that like I would really like to see a horror movie about because it would be quite interesting to see. You know, James Rolfe did a music video to it that's really good. Go check it out. I'm sure you could just type it in Cinemassacre Black Sabbath music video. It's one of the like doomiest songs. And but even weird, it's a doomy song, but like you can still listen to it even if you're in a good mood, you know? It's weird, you know, because you don't have to be
Yeah.
like that certain, you know, so
It takes you on a journey. It takes you on a journey. It really does.
yeah. Minotaur?
Number one,
Yes.
The Wizard. Because, yeah, I love the harmonica in the song. And one little thing I really love about it is just the song at the beginning just stops. And Tony does this cool little solo.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was a really nice touch to the song. It's like, it's a little bit unorthodox to just stop and do a little solo and then come back into the riff, you know? So it's a great song. That's my number one.
My number one is okay. Sabbath is without a doubt the very first heavy metal band of all time. They invented it. You see that in the second part of the song Black Sabbath, and you also see it in the second song off of Sabotage, and I think it encapsulates everything that heavy metal should be in that symptom of the universe. Fucking badass, unhinged fucking song, man. It is metal personified.
It's probably one of their proggiest songs too.
It is my favorite. It will bring me up and make me want to move every time.
That is a great song. I just forgot about that one. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Ollie's really loud and screechy in it too. You know what I mean? He really puts a lot of weight behind his voice in that.
Oh yeah. No, but my number one, I've said this for the longest time. It's been my favorite Sabbath song for as long as I can remember, After Forever. I like how fun it is to listen to. I like the lyrics and the riff work. And yeah, I think it has a lot of great things going for it. And it's, again, for the longest time, always been my favorite Black Sabbath song. But maybe in the future that might change. I don't know. But I don't know. For a while, it's been my favorite. So After Forever has got to be my number one.
It's an underrated song for sure.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of these. There's a lot of these that I can interchange depending on the day. You know what I mean? And I like the 4-bar list. 4-bar lists are so different. And that right there, really, I'm kind of impressed with that. I've done a lot of countdowns on here, man. And I've never seen a countdown where 4 people had such different picks. Usually you get the same, same people picking the same ones at the same numbers, especially with movies. But I like how diverse this countdown was. It's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's ultimately what we want to do with the first episode here of Mnet and hopefully future episodes as well. Celebrate.
Mine was more heavy metal based. You know what I mean? Mine was heavier and more heavy metal based for my age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I like the heavier Sabbath more, except changes. I mean, you can tell I like the heavier riffs.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm the only one that had a 13 song on their top 10.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a riff guy. I always was. I love a good hard riff.
Me too.
And then mine was more the just heavy stuff, and I had to put Planet Caravan in there, but yeah, and everything. But no,
that's probably the most unique that I've ever seen as far as the top 10%.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's very unique, man. was actually pretty cool, man. You named a lot of things that a lot of people be going, wow, yeah, you know, pretty cool, man.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, that's the great thing is, wait till we do rankings of some other songs with this Mnet because but yeah, I guess since we are usually planning on going for at least an hour-ish with this podcast, what's some Black Sabbath Ozzy era memories we have?
Or how we
Uh,
discovered Black Sabbath, maybe.
I guess I would always just say that, I remember when the Iron Man movie came out, everybody would just be blasting Iron Man in school, and then, we would listen to Paranoid, and I've known a couple people that got to see Black Sabbath with Ozzy in their heyday live and said that they were one of the bands, that, you just had to see live and everything back in the day. And I've known a couple people that I've got to see them live.
You were very generous with new bands too. They brought Kiss with them. They brought a lot of new bands with them and gave them a chance. They gave them a platform, And Ozzy did the same thing in the solo band.
Mm-hmm. Minotaur, what are some Black Sabbath Ozzy era that you have memories of?
Well, I do remember when 13 came out. I listened to that a lot. But, I mean, Black Sabbath's one of the bands that taught me guitar. The riffs sometimes they're simple, but they're very fun to play. And yeah, I mean, I don't think I'd be a guitar player if it wasn't for Black Sabbath.
Yeah. He's one of the most influential guitar players there's ever been. It doesn't matter how hard that riff is to play. It just matters how it makes you feel. Sometimes, a lot of times, the simplest riffs are the best ones, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keith,
okay. I'm the old guy. I was born in 1973. I remember when I actually remember when Ozzy was fired from Black Sabbath, and actually the feeling back then was that Ozzy wasn't going to be back. No one thought that he would be back. So Blizzard of Oz was kind of a surprise. No one knew who in the fuck Randy Rhoads was. So they just took it by storm when he came out with his first solo album.
Yeah,
it went 5 times platinum. And Sabbath, of course, started with Dio, and they had to have been pretty envious at that point because they thought he was finished, and he really didn't slow down at all. He continued to party like he always had. Randy Rhoads pretty much kept him alive for a lot of that time, or he'd drink himself to death. As a matter of fact, when him and Sharon got married in 1982, he disappeared. He said he was going to go do something. They were on their honeymoon at the hotel. He said he was going to go do something. She didn't see him the rest of the fucking night. They had to come and find him. They found him passed out in one of those big laundry baskets on his wedding night. They didn't even spend the honeymoon together.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. So many crazy Ozzy stories,
I remember all of them. The one where he shaved his head, where he went out partying with the fans one night after a show. Shaved his head. He never remember doing it. Pissing on the Alamo. Yeah.
Or the time he got a priest high.
Ozzy, man, like him beating all 4 members of Motley Crue at "I Dare You to Do This." He went down and snorted ants. Biggie Six did something else and said, "Hey, top that." Oh, hold on a minute. He went over and started taking a piss. So Ozzy said, "Okay," went over there and started lapping up Mickey Six's piss.
I mean,
Crew said, "Okay, you win." Crew said, "All right, you win."
Yeah.
I mean,
Better fucking believe like you.
He passed away at 75, right? But with his lifestyle, you'd be surprised that he lived past 35. It's a miracle.
Yeah.
I mean,
36, I think. Yeah, it was amazing that he lived that long, man.
Yeah.
It really was.
I mean, Yeah, I mean, there are some guys that you're just shocked. It's like he's still alive, and but I think Ozzy would tell us never say die. So
He just wanted to play and entertain his fans. He loved his fans. Besides his family, besides Sharon and the kids, he loved his fans more than anything in the world. He was a true fan of music, and performing was his life, and his fans were his life, man. Ozzy was a real one.
Zach, you got any Ozzy memories?
Well, I think of the four of us, I'm definitely the newest fan to Black Sabbath. I didn't really fully get into them until about like 2017, but I've known who they were, and I definitely, when I was younger, I really liked the song Iron Man. And I knew that was Ozzy, but I didn't really fully get into Black Sabbath till much later, of course. And I started off with the Paranoid album, really liked that, and then I think the one I got after that was Master of Reality, which ended up being my favorite. And then I got Volume 4, and the rest is pretty much history. I just explored the Black Sabbath discography, and just getting to know all the other vocalists that they had, their inconsistent lineup and everything. And and they were one of the first classic heavy metal bands that I got into as well.
And I will say this too, because this is, even though this is more of a music podcast, we have to talk about Hulk Hogan, who at the time of this recording, we have gotten, he passed away, but he did do a song, back in the '80s, living in the I'm an American, that
I'm a real American.
American.
The rights of every man. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so, and then of course, just I just want you have to sit there and say this. Despite however you feel about Hulk Hogan, based on stuff he did or said or anything, we ask that you be respectful in the chat. If you're going to be disrespectful, honestly, I'm just going to
He's the most important wrestler of all time. He's the most important wrestler that's ever lived. If it wasn't for him, it would not be where it's at now. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it's what it is.
And remember, according to him, he was going to be. According to Hulk Hogan, he was going to play with Metallica, which I don't know if that was true or not, but who knows?
Yep, it's when they needed a new bass player after Cliff Burton died. And nobody in Metallica remembers this. Just Hogan. Hogan's the only one who remembers that.
Well, I'll tell you, most of my memories from Hulk Hogan come from a couple of his movies that he did. He didn't really do very good
Oh my
movies
God.
that, but I grew up with Suburban Commando and Mr. Nanny, and they're just fun, dumb, goofy movies that you watch as a kid. I thought he did a pretty good job in those movies for what he had to do, and they're just fun kids movies.
I thought he was going to say Three Ninjas 2 or Three Ninjas at Mega Mountain or something.
They're Santa with muscles. No.
Hulk Hogan was never going to be like the next Arnold Schwarzenegger as far as like movies, but like his movies, I mean, they're just like dumb movies that you just put on. They're drinking movies.
Yeah.
Well, they thought that he was going to do better because he did so well as Thunder Lips in Rocky 3. But they weren't taking into consideration that Thunder Lips was only about a 10-minute clip,
Yeah.
And he was a wrestler in it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zach, you got any memories with the Hulkster?
Well, the thing is, I was never a fan of Hulk Hogan or wrestling. Like, I like martial arts, but like I'm more into like the kung fu Asian stuff, like not so much like the WWE wrestling kind of stuff, like that stuff I've just never been into. But either way, rest in peace to Hulk Hogan.
All the UFC and shit like that.
What's that?
So you're more into like the MMA and the UFC and stuff like that, and like the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and shit?
I wouldn't say UFC, but like more just like the kung fu stuff, you know.
Oh,
Martial arts in general. I think he's more like martial arts movies, right?
Yeah, basically. Like a lot of
yeah.
stuff with like Jackie Chan or Donnie Yen or something.
Bruce Lee, Chuck Norris, shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah, but we just but yeah, as we celebrate this first episode of Mnet, we will celebrate the life of Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. Not the episode we originally planned, so hopefully next week we will be doing the episode we were going to do, as long as knock on wood, no one else passes away.
Right.
But next up will be the Led Zeppelin stuff that we were talking about doing. But any guys got any closing words? Well, for Ozzy, shouldn't it be victory instead of the deal?
Yeah.
Instead of the deal horns?
Oh, the victory,
There
yeah. Right.
I go back so far with Ozzy. All the way to my childhood, 40 some years, basically. That he's the first celebrity to come along, really, ever in my life, where it actually affected me emotionally. You know, because I go so far back with him. Like I don't think I would be who I am if Ozzy hadn't been around. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm Ty. We got our Eddie Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, Minotaur, our Mick Mars, Keith, and
Mick Mars.
Zach.
Oh,
I'm a hell of a lot prettier than Mick Mars. Thank you.
Well, I do look forward to the Led Zeppelin album ranking.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, if you want to see more of Mnet, like, comment, subscribe, share it out. We plan on this truly being the MTV of YouTube. So
yeah. Also, do not forget to subscribe to Ty, Junebug Films, Minotaur, Total Meltdown 2, Goraphobe, and I Am Zach D Productions.
All right. Take us out, Minotaur.